Descendants 5, Legacy of Evil 2025. Disney Movie Trailer FT. Dove Cameron. Every story has an ending. But evil writes its own. Evil doesn't vanish. It hides in the cracks of time, waiting for the right moment to rise again. The Isle of the Lost lies silent now, forgotten, broken, and buried beneath years of peace. But deep in the shadows something stirs, a whisper of magic. A memory of power. The descendants who once saved the world believe their story ended happily ever after, but every ending is just the start of another curse. Dark clouds crawl across a blood-red sky. Waves crash against the cliffs of the Isle as the camera drifts through empty streets covered in mist. The shops once filled with laughter and chaos now sit in silence. A faint echo of voices, Mal, Evia, Jay, Uma, fades through the wind like ghosts of the past. In the distance, the ground trembles. A single green flame flickers to life, glowing from beneath the ruins of Maleficent's old lair. A narrator's voice cuts through the darkness, calm but haunting. They thought evil was gone. But evil never disappears. It changes shape, it becomes legacy. The scene flashes. An ancient spell book opens on its own, pages flipping wildly. Purple light bursts out, and strange symbols burn across the floor. The camera zooms in to reveal Mal's old crown, cracked in two. The glow of the green fire reflects off its surface like a warning. Suddenly, the flames rise, forming a shadowy figure with wings stretching wide. It's not Maleficent. It's something new, younger, sharper, and darker. The voice whispers, "Blood remembers, and I will finish what she started." Cut to black, then the sound of footsteps. A soft hum of an old tune, rotten to the core, echoes faintly. A silhouette steps into the light. It's Mal, older now, standing at the edge of the aisle, staring into the mist. Her voice, filled with fear and strength, breaks the silence. The past isn't done with us. The music swells, sparks of magic swirl around her hands. The title flashes across the screen. Descendants 5, Legacy of Evil. A brief pause. Then one last whisper, low and chilling, "Welcome back to where it all began." The peace of Auradon has never felt so fragile. Morning sunlight spills across the grand castle, painting it in gold, but beneath the beauty, something is wrong. The magic that once protected this world now feels colder, heavier. Inside the royal hall, Queen Mal stands before a mirror, watching her reflection flicker with faint green fire. Her hands tremble. She whispers to herself, "It's happening again." The camera pans across the courtyard. Students at Auradon prep train with their wands and swords, laughing, unaware of what's coming. But the air hums with unease. Flowers wilt, shadows move against the light. A faint rumble shakes the ground, and a single black feather falls from the sky. The narrator's voice returns, low and steady. "When light forgets its own strength, darkness remembers the way back." In the Forbidden's library, Evia runs her fingers across old spell books, her blue hair glinting in the candlelight. She finds a page torn out, the same page that once sealed Maleficent's magic. "Someone's opened it," she breathes. Jay bursts in, holding a shard of enchanted glass. "This was found at the Isle. Someone's been there." Their eyes meet, a silent fear shared. Cut to Uma standing by the docks, the sea roaring behind her. The waters twist unnaturally, glowing green from below. "She's back," Uma mutters, her voice sharp. But it's not Maleficent. Lightning cracks and a ghostly face flashes in the waves, young, powerful, and angry. Back in the castle, Mal gathers her old friends. "The shadows are moving again," she says. "And this time they know our names." A chill sweeps through the room. The candles flicker out. Then from the darkness, a new voice echoes, mocking, fearless. "You took our crown, our power, our legacy. Now it's our turn to rise." The camera zooms into the night sky, thunder roaring as the green flames spread across the horizon, swallowing the stars. The screen fades to black, a single heartbeat echoes. Then the text appears, "This is not the story of good and evil, but of what comes after." A storm brews over Auradon, not of rain but of magic. The sky twists in shades of green and purple, lightning crackling in jagged veins. The once bright kingdom trembles under the roar of power unseen since Maleficent's fall. Every shadow seems alive, whispering secrets of revenge. In the heart of the chaos, Queen Mal stands on the castle balcony, her eyes scanning the horizon as towers of dark flame rise from the isle. The curse she thought buried has awakened. Inside the war room, maps scatter across the table. Evia's voice trembles as she says, "It's not just one enemy, Mal. It's a whole army of them." Uma steps forward, gripping her sword. "And they're not villains anymore. They're descendants, just like us." The words hang heavy in the air. The legacy of the old evil isn't just returning, it's evolving. Cut to the battlefield. Training fields now turn to war grounds. Jay leads Auradon's guards, spells clashing like fire and thunder. Green flames consume the sky as the enemy marches forward, cloaked in darkness. Their leader finally appears. A young woman with eyes like burning emeralds, the daughter of Maleficent's lost heir. Her voice cuts through the air. "You wear the crown my family built in fear, but fear belongs to us." Mal steps forward, her wings spreading wide, her magic sparking at her fingertips. "You don't understand what you're bringing back," she says. The villain smirks. "Oh, I do. I'm bringing balance." A massive blast erupts, throwing Mal to the ground. The camera spins, chaos everywhere, Auradon crumbling under waves of green fire. Then, slow motion, Mal rises, her eyes glowing with purple light. She lifts her hand, summoning an ancient power that even she fears. "You want the past?" she shouts. "Then face it." The air cracks open, revealing visions of their parents, Maleficent, Jafar, Ursula, ghostly forms watching from the void. The new villain hesitates, but it's too late. Magic surges, consuming everything in light and shadow. The narrator's voice returns, echoing through the smoke. "Heroes and villains were never meant to last forever. Only legacies do." As the dust settles, Mal stands alone among the ruins, breathing heavily, her crown half melted. She looks toward the horizon, the isle still burning, and whispers, "This isn't over, it never was." The screen fades to black, and the sound of distant wings fills the silence. Smoke drifts across the battlefield like a ghostly blanket. The fires of war fade to embers, their glow painting the ruins of Auradon in red and gold. Silence hangs heavy, broken only by the faint crackle of magic in the air. From the shadows, Mal emerges, her once regal cloak torn, her crown cracked, her face streaked with ash. Her purple eyes shimmer faintly, reflecting both pain and power. She looks around at the fallen kingdom she fought to protect, and for the first time, she seems unsure. The narrator's voice returns, softer now, almost mournful. "Every story begins with light and ends with shadow. But what if the light forgets how to shine?" Evia kneels beside a broken statue of their parents, symbols of what they once were. "We were supposed to be better," she whispers, her voice breaking. Jay places a hand on her shoulder, his armor scorched. "Maybe being better means facing what we came from." Uma stands behind them, watching the sunrise creep over the horizon. "Or changing what comes next." The camera pans upward, the sky slowly clearing, revealing a strange new star glowing brighter than the rest. Mal lifts her hand toward it. A pulse of purple and green magic rises from her palm, swirling together, light and darkness blending in harmony. "No more good. No more evil," she says softly. "Just balance." Her voice echoes like a vow. Suddenly the ground trembles again, but not with destruction. Instead, vines of glowing energy spread through the ruins, restoring color, mending cracks, healing the land. From the mist, the younger generation steps forward, new faces, children of heroes and villains alike. They look to Mal with awe and fear. She smiles faintly, though her eyes still burn with mystery. "It's your turn now," she says. "Our time was just the beginning." The music swells, a haunting remix of Rotten to the Core mixed with orchestral strings. The title slowly forms in glowing letters. Descendants 5, Legacy of Evil, 2025. A final flash, the mysterious new villain, still alive, standing in the shadows of the isle. Her voice whispers one last chilling line. "Legacies never die. They just change their name." The screen fades to black. The Disney logo appears, surrounded by swirling magic. As the words echo through the darkness, coming soon, the legacy lives on.